here for a any public comment or input on the chapter titled Land Use Ordinance of Gilmer County Code and the proposed changes to that. This primarily creates a new zoning for duplexes. It requires county water, has to meet environmental health requirements in terms of septic systems if it's not a sewer available. Minimum of 2 acres. I think that pretty much summarizes it. We only just go up to the podium, please.
Now we just have to talk about that, or
that's what we're here for. Just state your name at the podium and go to it.
My name is DeVale Frady. I would like to ask the commission board to stall this at least 30 more days. Give everybody a chance to get, I mean, it's pretty lengthy, but we do appreciate, right, we brought this to you and ask you that you would consider it and change it to the benefit of developers, county taxpayer or such. But even at that, we think we would like to have more time with that, even if it's possible.
Let me ask you this. After the public comment session tonight, the only thing we would be voting on would be to continue it on to the next meeting. And in the February meeting, then the vote to finalize it would take place.
Yes,
do you think that would serve your purpose, or should we do another day?
That's what I'm thinking, is another month into March. I know that you plan on voting, final vote in February. I am aware of that, but if we could get that
final vote in March,
that would give everybody, you know, we've got a lot of people take into consideration, your surveyors, and everybody's really busy, so you got some time to digest what's in that.
Any problem with that legally?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't have a problem with that.
Is what I think.
Okay. Well, we have to have another public comment session. Well, we're asked, but okay, we'll do it anyway.
Well, then I might say something else then.
Can I ask a question? Can I ask you a question?
Yes, sir.
Can I just ask you a question?
Yes,
in
sir.
general, do you think there's something that's particular?
No, it's just the
time.
It's just the fact that I learned about this 2 days ago. Not that I'm anybody, it's just that this affects all of us, the entire county. The Builders Association, we had a board meeting last night. No one on the board knew anything about this coming up. So, I mean, I know that y'all haven't advertised it yet.
Yeah, we do advertise it.
Where?
Times Square.
I read the paper front to back every week. I agree it takes 2 or 3 days to read it because we don't have much time, but I never saw it.
We confirmed it was in there.
I stayed in touch with Karen, and it's not her fault. She never mentioned it. It just caught me off guard.
It was in there.
So I brought it up at the Builders Association meeting last night, and no one there knew anything.
It was in there for 3 weeks.
My bad.
Charlie,
It wasn't on
good point though.
It wasn't on the obituary page.
If it'd been there, everybody'd seen it. Hang on just a second.
We do, or when y'all are decide to make changes either to anything in the development ordinance, be it subdivisions or land use or anything like that, Karen, you should see that the Builders Association does get a copy so that they can then at least disseminate it amongst their members and they can have some.
I personally did not come here to point fingers at Karen.
No.
She's got
This
a great
is
job, and she's done a great job, and she's got a lot on her plate. I'm just saying that, like I said, it just caught us off guard.
This is a good thing for us to do, a good habit is what I'm suggesting.
And normally she does. Normally we have great communication with that office, so that's not an issue, I don't think. So it's
for
just
me,
the fact that
I'm sorry.
I was talking to some surveyors again this morning about this issue. Been talking for 24 hours about this issue with people, and they didn't know. No one in the county seems to know this was coming. We're glad it's here. We don't misunderstand this. It's just we'd all like to get our heads around it before the county takes final votes, so that if there's anything else to be said, that we might throw our opinion out there.
For me, I have no problem with that at all. I don't foresee any issue with doing that, so happy to do that.
And I had not heard that comment before either, so I appreciate it.
Which comment was that?
About not knowing and not seeing, so it helps us.
Well, I'm not in the know.
Well, it helps us know how to communicate.
Now you come with me. Kent Sanford. I represent a nonprofit, Few Beginnings for Gilmer County, and we've been exploring the possibility of doing a duplex. So, curious, normally when you're looking at water systems, you can have a private well, you can have a community well, you can have a DNR approved well, or if you have the availability, you can have part of our Gilmer County water and sewer availability. So there's 4 different ways that you can provide water to a residence. Is the ordinance being written so it specifically requires the Gilmer County water and sewer, or does it allow for a DNR well or perhaps a community well?
The way the ordinance is written right now, I think it actually specifies county water. With a community well, I don't think it could be just an individual well because of the numbers right on multifamily. Now, whether it could be a DNR approved community well, I don't know with that.
In the work session, which Andrea participated, it was discussed, and it was her strong recommendation that we get a municipal public water system, and that is going to incorporate the water and sewer. That's going to be the domain of their responsibility, as far as I understood her saying. She said municipal water.
But that was not that was her suggestion. It wasn't an actual requirement, was it?
Charlie, I want to think that discussion needed to be
Yeah.
I do believe that it's a strong suggestion. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, Dallas said, I think you were advocating for it as well, if I recall.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything in the wording in this ordinance per se, but it was a discussion and a comment that was coming from the Department of Health that relative to what that would be. To my knowledge, the only thing when we stated in here, shall be 2 acres.
Right.
Then whatever the health department requires for that, I think. Although we do say in here that it does need to be located in an area where public municipal water is available. So that is wording in here.
Yeah, that's the wording y'all elected
Yes.
to choose to
Yes.
be incorporated into the ordinance.
The Water Authority's done a good job and they're continuing to expand the availability that this will, I mean, we have a need in the community, not only for what I'm speaking about from New Beginnings, but from the standpoint of housing in general, for higher density housing. I can understand the need, if you build an apartment building, to need water and sewer both, but DNR approved wells are an option that would work in areas where you are designating enough space for a duplex to get in a proper health department approved septic system, to look at a DNR approved well system that would move the well physically far enough away from that septic system. So I think it's something we should at least consider.
I'll be happy.
That wording specifically is in what we have now for R3 and R4 district. It's in both.
So it's already there for R3.
I don't know whether it was already there.
Are we at it?
I'm not sure, but it is in both.
The R4
It was the old R3.
Correct. In the R4, y'all include the public sewage as well. That is the one requirement that's not in the road.
You're right, that was water and sewage.
Yeah.
Correct.
And again,
And
all
that
that
makes sense.
All that developed
R4.
out of discussion and everything.
Yes, you're right.
So, that's.
That is the current wording, though, for R3 is municipal.
I thought it was the same for R4 and R3, but I think in R3 there's an argument to give some flexibility. R4, I don't see any way around that.
No. I'm happy to go back to Andrea and get clarification and see about the DNR approved wells. And the good news is I have an extra 30 days to do that. Yeah. So,
Thank you, Dale. Thank y'all.
Thank you.
I'll just say again, let me reiterate, the reasoning for that is exactly that right there, the extra 30 days, and Jim Smith said, don't oversell this.
Yeah, don't be that
I'm
guy.
saying the ground now.
Don't be that guy that can't take yes for an
That's
answer.
exactly right, and I'm not, but the point in that is, that may be an argument at the next meeting, is should we increase the land mass to take on a private well in a duplex, not necessarily, like Ken said, not necessarily in apartments.
And I think that's something that would come out of the conversation with Andrew.
Yes.
Okay.
Just a question. I have a.
But you state your name, please.
Karen Henson, Gilmer County Planning and Zoning.
Well, we're listening to the recording in a couple of months. We won't know if she.
True. I'm going to have an application coming in probably tomorrow for the apartments up on Cox Creek, because they're zoned R1 right now, non-conforming, and they want to add units. And it just hit me that you would need an R4, but this would be through to you in March, probably at the same. Would that be something we could do, or do I need to put him off? Because he would be technically an R4, and I don't know if he has sewage at that.
Will we be just moving on the current R3s to R4?
But see, it's not currently
Without making them come back and
We're in
request
R3
it.
now, though, you
It's
said.
not
Oh, no, but
You're right.
that's just a general question I have, though.
Y'all hadn't gotten that far into the ordinance at this point in time, but I mean, that would be my understanding is that all the existing R3 districts would be related to R4 districts, because they're essentially those grandfathered mobile home complexes that are located throughout the county. In this scenario, I heard her say, I think R1, is that right?
It is right now.
But the reason I'm interested in that is because we currently, R4 is currently not available to them. So what I'm thinking is they just need to go for R3. I just want to make sure that then they don't have to come back with another request when we create R4.
That's my concern. I don't want them to have to go twice.
So if they go for R3 now,
Those are going to almost track each other as far as if they file the application tomorrow, you would be called for a public hearing in February, and then public hearing would be in March, so it's going to be subsequent to the.
No, it will be called for a public hearing next week.
Oh, you're going to call it that quick?
Yes, they
And
can
the
apply.
public hearing,
That public hearing will be February, and then the Board of Commissioners will hear it in March.
that means both those items will be on the same agenda.
but I don't think in the public hearing, if they're going to have to request a zoning change, I don't think they can request it to,
See here, I see what her problem is. At the same meeting, you're going to create an R4 district. That R4 district is going to require sewage, and it's also going to require a public sewage, public water. And I'm hearing that she thinks that they have public sewage.
I don't know. It's Cox Creek Apartments on the right, the blue ones. I don't know if they have sewage there. I don't know they have
How
water.
many additional units are they anticipating?
3 units, I did look.
Simply 3?
Did they say they had, was that the one that talked about having room for 4, but only going to apply for 3?
No.
That's a
No,
different-
that's different. That's R2.
Okay, different.
Yeah, they're gonna remove the basketball or tennis courts and then put more units in that area, which is in between the ones that are already there. But I don't know if it's either 3 or 4 units that they'll be added onto townhomes.
But the issue really would be simplified if there was public sewage up there, for sure.
Yeah, that I don't know.
But I mean, I guess they might as well track them, because if one or more of them gets, there's no sense in that can delay their project as a result of this activity.
Well, and it is existing with exception to the new, and they have to have environmental health approval on the new ones, it is septic system there instead of, the public sewage. Or they'd have to have something from the environment or the LJ Gilmer Water say that it's approved for what they want to put there. But I would require them to either one, whichever one is put. I just didn't want them to apply for an R4 when it hasn't been approved yet.
I don't think we can do that.
No, you can't apply for district that doesn't create.
Even though you know it's coming.
If it comes to us and we have a problem, can we not send it back to the planning commission for revisit for
You
read?
can remand it, but I don't know what their time schedule is. I hate to delay them.
Yeah, understand.
So, I
So
mean,
go, I started him out with an R3 because it just left me that they would be creating ways and meetings and R4, and I told him to apply for an R3.
And there are one now.
There are one now, and what's the weird thing is in 2010, there was 2 parcels, and one was R3 and one was R1, and they were combined in 2012, taking on the parent parcel's zoning because it didn't come to our office. And so,
Let me ask you this, forgetting about R4 for the time being. If they were to come to us right now and say we don't have public sewage, and we want to apply for R3 so that we can build additional units, from a legal perspective, could we even do that? Or would we have to tell them, I'm sorry, but you can't?
no, I mean, you've got a district that would allow them to construct those additional units in that district. I just don't, my concern is you get into a meeting that night which requires public sewage, and then you create them as an R3, and then all of a sudden you're trying to split them up over into an R4. If there's any possibility that you could check between now and the 6 o'clock meeting, that would be awesome, Karen.
yeah, I got to go to the office, but I called the guy and he didn't have me.
You call Gary may know.
I don't have a number for him. But
I'll text him.
Okay, because it's the Cox Creek Apartments up on the, right, they used to.
There's
belong-
2 buildings up there.
They used to belong to Carrie Sweat, and they're the blue ones on the right. Because everything on the left side is City of LJ, on the right side is Gilmer County.
I don't
It's
suppose
actually
they'd be-
351 Penland Street is the address. Okay.
Okay.
Well, let's see if we can find out what they've got.
We had a really nice, particularly detailed map of all the sewer. Well, remember when Gary brought us the
What
water?
happened to that?
Where is that?
I remember that, but I don't know where it's at. Somewhere we got.
Charlie's got this black book. in his face.
Maps have a tendency to disappear in my office. I know, I'm just trying to remember.
Yeah, remember we showed all the lines and all?
I remember that part, I just don't remember what happened to it.
If it's a map, you should probably follow the trail of Jim Smith. Where's he at?
Yeah, Jim's probably got one.
Yeah, if it's a map.
Okay, well. Any other comments on the proposed ordinance? Okay, so,
I appreciate you calling. Hey, we've got a question. Hey, Karen, can you give me your perspective? Hey, how'd you know? Oh, Jim, Jim went out there, and yeah, we're just trying to determine whether or not there's sewer up there, you know?
There is sewer there, but we don't maintain sewer inside the limits. Not that in utility space, now there's a manhole there that they discharge it. But we don't maintain that sewer. But it is available, we may have our own.
They want to add adding 4 or 5 more units, it's not gonna be enough for that.
Well, now here's something else on there. Homes in the back, you go put a new home there.
I think there is too.
I mean, I'm sorry, girls. Because they're now, you go in, they go to the side of the street, grab
Gary, that's answered our question. We appreciate you very much, and thanks for calling.
You guys call me anytime.
Thank you, Barry.
Charlie, I don't know if y'all ever. Charlie may have heard some of it, but he acknowledged that there is not, that they don't service it from their public sewage system. And there is a sewage lines up there, but he didn't know much about it. He didn't know there all the time issues up there. In fact, he did express concern that there was some private residents that wrote a government concern. He expressed concern that they may be impacted by the conflict. And that's probably more of an English question. Yeah.
Definitely.
Yep.
Are you working on some coffee, Dallas?
Since way early today.
Well, it sounds to me like it would be difficult to approve that, but we have to let them go through the motions of it. So that being the case, I'm back to, do they apply for R3 or R4?
Well, they won't be in R4 when they're making the application. They'll actually have to apply for an R3. But as y'all are going through the development of your ordinance, you can remind yourself that that is occurring. And you may, because, unfortunately, you end up having to put that project off for 30 days or something like that. If you want to have a big deal on it, you're not ready to that Cox Creek place and see the issue. Remember that?
I do remember that discussion.
Yeah, a young man, high school got involved in testing the water. Open range. He actually went to Harvard. Got a scholarship for years. He's extremely smart.
Yeah. Okay, well, Karen, you good with all that?
What question, should I just write them or let them go through?
No. If they want to make an application, go ahead and let them make an application. Now, you can advise them that the ordinance is being changed and that their application may occur at the same time that the ordinance is being adopted, or will be finally adopted, and it may impact their application. You can let them know that, but that'll be their decision at that point in time as to whether or not they wish to delay filing that application.
Okay, any other comments on the ordinance?
But at this point, should we get any more?
I think it's good.
Okay. Okay, last opportunity for any comments on the ordinance, if anybody wants to make any more comments. Now, I would make a motion that this be adjourned.
Second.
All
Go ahead, Carly.
all in favor? Aye. All right, we appreciate it, folks. Regular meeting will start in about 35 minutes.